So we're gonna get into it here in a second. Bro got arrested and he might be getting the death penalty. Yo! Fuck yeah! Yo. David pleads not guilty. He demands immediate preliminary hearing. That's fucking crazy that you
versus David Anthony Burke
could even lie like that.
26 CJC F02399.
Good morning or good afternoon, Your Honor. Blair Burke, Marilyn Bednarski, and Regina Peter on behalf of our client David Burke, who's in custody.
Thank you. And good afternoon, Mr. Burke.
Don't say good afternoon to him. Fuck him. Oh my god. Is he behind like some kind of protective barrier? Hell nah. Don't say good morning or good afternoon or whatever the fuck. No, he doesn't even deserve that courtesy of being a human being.
That's Silverman for the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. And counsel, on behalf of your client, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna spoil it because I've already heard about this a little bit. I just haven't seen this video yet. They have 40 terabytes of evidence against him. I have a 2 terabyte storage drive for my Patreon reaction content. They have 40 terabytes of evidence against him. And he's trying to plead that he's not guilty.
Yes, Your Honor. From the media reports, apparently there have been 4 months of secret grand jury proceedings. We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set.
I mean, yeah, we all want to see that, but he's not entitled to anything. This guy shouldn't even have the right to due process whatsoever.
At the earliest possible
Fuck that.
date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe
Hey, they want to give him life in prison?
Lights up those numbers!
Official evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death.
Give him 70 life
like
sentences.
To be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd.
Bro just went, tipped his cap like a fucking Reddit mod. Like, what are we doing here?
As a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Bro went back.
April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor. We're asking for the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for
shut up.
April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
We'll be very happy to put on the evidence that we've collected in this case in the last several months.
I'd be very happy to see that
The matter
too.
will be set. Plea of not
Bro,
guilty
look at the
has been entered
smirk.
on behalf of Mr. Burke. The matter will be set in Department 105. The matter is ordered assigned to Judge Charlene Almeida in Department 105 for all purposes by the judge of the supervising judge of criminal.
Cameraman low-key
Yes, Your Honor,
goated.
if I may just put on the record, we have
True.
as soon as the
At least the cameraman can't be.
delivered
Never mind.
a informal discovery request consistent
That
with Penal
that would have
Code
been a
Section
really bad joke.
1054.
Holy shit.
We have been given almost no discovery thus far. We've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint. And we would ask the people.
No! No! No!
I think I gotta edit that whole joke setup out of the video, bro.
Respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity.
Your Honor, as I indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from a grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion. She knows the way the system works. I'm not able to gather those. They have to be provided after the court orders them released because it was an investigation.
I did not kill her.
Second of all,
I did not.
counsel plans on going to a preliminary hearing within
Bullshit.
10 days. It is
Hi, Mark.
unlikely that there will be very much discovery provided within that period, given the voluminous nature and how long it's going to take to copy onto drives. In addition to that, the coroner's report was sealed in this case in order to prevent it from hampering truthful testimony from witnesses that testified at the grand jury. So an order will also have to be obtained in order to get the coroner's department, which is now the medical examiner's department, to release those materials.
Your Honor, it's surprising news given the District Attorney's Office held a press conference this morning where they discussed the cause of death, apparently under seal and not released by the coroner's office, as did the robbery homicide unit to the press. So we would again reiterate, we believe that Mr. Burke is entitled to discovery. We have served the people with notice. They have 15 days to produce discovery.
I just can't wait to see the public downfall that he literally asked them for.
In this case, we would ask that they do that in conscientious earnestness and as quickly as possible.
I'd ask the court to make an order today. We'll take a copy of the minute order ordering the Department of Medical Examiner
Is he on Spotify still? Probably.
their coroner's report in this case.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't have Spotify.
The court will order that the medical examiner release the report in this case forthwith.
Thank you.
The matter set in Department 105, as the court indicated, April 23rd, 2026, as a 3 of 10 prelim. Anything further?
No, not at this time.
Bail to stand at no bail. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No bail. We're gonna watch the Birdo video too. Let's get into the first reaction video.
Where you at, family? We're back today
Birdo.
with an update on the David case. He's officially been charged with first-degree murder. The LA District Attorney is giving us a full update on the situation, on why it took so long for them to charge David in the first place, alongside with new evidence that links David to the murder of Celeste. So let's
And they go on to explain why it took so long, and it's like obvious. It's obvious why it took so long. People are still gonna be mad about it, but like that's kind of how the justice system has to work. So
waste no time, man. We've been waiting on the edge of our seats for an update like this because it's almost been a year, man. You know, we were finally happy to see that he was arrested.
Shut the fuck up.
We were very curious and confused on why he wasn't arrested earlier, but it looks like they finally are giving us more information, and you know, we just got to trust the process that it all makes sense. But it looks like justice for Celeste is finally coming to fruition. Obviously, we wish it would have been sooner on our times, but maybe we're going to find out here that it was for a good reason. Come on, I'm not going to waste no time. Let's do this.
Today, I am announcing the charges against David.
all right.
Fucking with me, huh? Get the fuck back to work.
Bro, as a rule of thumb, please, when
Shut
I'm
the
trying to
fuck
make a serious video, please don't use the sound effects. Please, hold on.
David Anthony Burke, the musician known as David, spelled D4VD, in connection with the brutal and horrific murder of Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time. These charges include the
Insane.
most serious charges that a DA's office can bring. That is first-degree murder with special circumstances. The special circumstances being lying in wait,
You did the sound
committing
effects
this
4
crime
minutes.
for financial
Oh,
gain, or murdering a witness
my
in
God.
an investigation. These special circumstances carry with it, along with the first-degree murder charge, a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty.
Oh, shit.
The determination on what
hey. Death penalty. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. Nobody's gonna want to say it, but like, yeah, that's the most American thing we could do.
Whether or not the district attorney's office will seek the death penalty will be made at a later time.
Fuck David. No, for real.
Before I get into the actual charges, and there are additional charges against Mr. Burke.
I just think the only thing that's fucked up about this is this type of stuff happens all the time. But because it's not a celebrity, they're not going to get the death penalty. They're not going to get life in prison. And they might be part of a underrepresented group in society. And they might be let off easier because of that fact. And it's just like, rules for thee and not for me. You know, like, the people that are popular get the harsh shit, and then everyone else gets to walk free and do whatever they feel like in society, and it's just not right. I swear, if it's like Diddy's prison sentence all over again, oh no, bro, like, if it is, yeah, I'm gonna have to step in. No, for real. I feel like at that point, I gotta go, like, pass the bar test or something, and I gotta get involved in this somehow, because this is ridiculous.
Continuous sexual acts, lewd and lascivious sexual acts with an individual.
And I'll be one of those lawyers that they'll be like, "Oh, so you're gonna claim that I'm not guilty, right? That's what we said." And it's like a child murderer, like in this case. And I get up there to represent him, and I go, "Your Honor, he killed that woman. That child? Yeah, he did it. It was him. Fuck that guy. Send him to prison right now. I don't even care about this trial."
And mutilating a human remains of a body. Before I get into the description of these charges and their seriousness, I want to look at this as a parent. I am a parent of 3 children.
He killed her, on
Parents'
God, no cap, for
nightmare
real.
Is a situation where your daughter goes out one night and never comes back.
Yeah.
As we will
If I'm
show
lying, why
in the
aren't my
court of
pants on
law, and
fire?
what I also want to make sure about that the understanding of these charges is clear. Is my description of these charges is not evidence that we are going to present in court. These charges, in fact, will not be evidence in the court. Evidence will be the witness testimony, the documents, and different types of admissible testimony that we will admit into court in the prosecution, and if it leads to the eventual trial.
That makes sense. I would imagine on the announcement of the charges, they don't want to give David's defense any ammo to know exactly what they're, what they've got against him. So
No, literally.
that makes a lot of sense to me.
Mr.
Yeah.
Burke, to convince a jury of 12 people beyond a reasonable doubt that each and every one of these charges is true, as well as the special allegations and circumstances that have been alleged. Now, back to this being a parent's nightmare. On April 23rd, 2025, has been alleged by the complaint, Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time, went to Mr. Burke's house in the Hollywood Hills. She was never heard.
Even if there's no legal evidence, he was still dating a fucking minor, and that's literally is confirmed. It's not like it's confirmed, it literally is confirmed. That is a confirmed fact that happened.
From again. On September 8th, 2025, as alleged in the complaint, Mr. Burke,
They're probably
Miss,
going to get into that, but
Celeste remains, her dismembered and decomposed remains were found in 2 bags inside.
No matter how many times we hear this, it's even more and more sickening, because I keep going into this place where you're trying to wonder, why would somebody do this? But then the only answer is he is disgustingly deranged and crazy.
and he wanted to protect
Because
himself
she's so young,
because he knew he did something wrong, and then most likely she was going to, like, she grew up a little bit and was like, hey, this is a fucked up situation that I'm in. I should probably tell someone. And then she probably went to him and said, I'm gonna go tell someone about what's going on. And then I'm assuming she waited a day. He thought about it and was like, hey, you want to come back over to my house? And killed her.
One is, it's terrible. Like, you can't even think to do this to anyone. But then,
Ridiculous.
Like, she's a 14-year-old girl, dude. I you know, and I don't got no kids, but I'm listening to this as a big brother. Like, I remember when my little sister was 13, 14 years old. It's like, bro, what? The level of innocence. And to do that, it's just crazy, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. That's why I've been following this case so much, because it's like, bro, I have a little sister, man. Like, when I hear shit like this, it puts me in a different space in my brain. Like I don't even know what I would do. It'd be scorched earth if I found out some
14
shit like
isn't
this,
even
bro.
1/4 of your life yet.
I digress, bro. I'm so sorry. This is crazy.
Side of a front truck.
And David fans and supporters saying he didn't know better than dating a 14-year-old because he was homeschooled. Won't even censor this. This is low-key retarded. No, it literally is. Yeah.
Trunk of a car registered to Mr. Burke. Thereafter began an investigation. The investigation was to determine who killed, who murdered Celeste months and months before. That investigation was carried out in unison and in partnership between the LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division and the District Attorney's Office. At every point in the investigation, through the arrest and the filing of charges, the LAPD and the District Attorney's Office have worked in lockstep. There's been no disagreements amongst these entities in deciding how to proceed with this case, ultimately leading to these charges today. So what you have,
You know, I feel like I gotta break
the
the tension, but this bald guy in the background kind of looks like bald Charlie Kirk. I just had to say it. Okay, moving on.
Again, there are 3 sets of charges that have been brought. The first-degree murder with special circumstances, and again, those special circumstances are lying in wait. That Celeste went to Mr. Burke's home on the night of April 23rd, 2025, as alleged in the complaint, at his invitation, and again, was not heard from again. The second is a special circumstance being that this murder was committed for financial gain. As the evidence will show in court, the financial gain was for Mr. Burke to maintain his very lucrative musical career that Celeste was threatening on that particular night. The third charge, in addition to lying in...
That makes it even show how heinous this nigga was, because for him to do what he did was already crazy.
Berto, I'm gonna let you say what you want to say, but
started to smarten up. Like, what
I really
the fuck
was
am I doing?
hoping to hear that next part.
You're a grown-ass man. You are a grown-ass man.
No, for real.
Dealing with me. And she probably started to come to her senses, bro. And he was like, what am I gonna do?
Berto, you're copying my thought process on this, bro.
Can't allow her to ruin my life. I can't allow her to ruin my reputation. I'm making all this money. And it's crazy, bro. Like, David is a big artist, bro. He's a big artist. He was a very successful artist, very talented artist. So he's like, yo, I'm at the peak of my career, going crazy. Fortnite collabs, Invincible. He's making, if you guys are watching Invincible, great show. He's making exclusive records for them.
What?
Like, he's like, nah, bro, I can't see this motion go.
I didn't even know that.
Bro, that's the crazy part about it. It's like somebody like Celeste, you know, she's getting taken advantage of, but she probably started to smarten up. Like, what's going on here?
And for financial gain is murdering a witness to an investigation. In this particular case, as the evidence will come out in court, the witness to the investigation was Celeste. And the investigation
I thought there was
into
somebody
the
else
lewd and
involved.
lascivious sexual acts committed
There
by
might be,
Mr.
but we
Burke.
don't know yet.
It is the subject of
Also, I think that the United States government needs to subpoena Discord once again to figure out who did know or didn't know and put those people in jail that he was dating a 13 to 14-year-old. Possibly, I don't know how long they were dating for, but she could have even been 12 when they started dating. Fucking sickening.
count 2 of this complaint with Celeste while she was under 14 years old. I had the chance to meet with some of the family members of Celeste, and their grief is incalculable as to what happened to their daughter.
Google
What they have
Meet? What the
demanded,
fuck
what
even
we
is
have
that?
assured them that the district attorney's office, working with LAPD, would give them is the idea, is the proof beyond a reasonable doubt on who killed their daughter, on how their daughter was killed, when their daughter was killed, and bring that killer to justice.
Damn, bro,
That
my
killer
stream
that
elements
we have now charged
stays promoting my Patreon. Holy shit, it's like every 30 seconds.
is David Anthony Burke.
You know, this is big though, because for a long time we were wondering, was David the one that actually committed
such a
the crime?
cute
We know
puppy
he's
dog.
guilty. That much, you know, I think we all laid our heads understanding that no, David is involved. But was he the but when it comes to technicalities in the eyes of the law, this matters. And we want to know too, was he the one that actually did the killing? And for them to come out and say, no, the evidence that we have all points back at like he was the one that actually committed the crime. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Hold on.
again,
Let me
guilty
do
like,
a
there was
speed
always,
test
we always
on
knew
my
he was
internet.
involved. But for him to actually be the one to be the dismembering and, you know, stacking away the body, and oh my, like that paints an even crazier picture of how deranged bro was in the mind. But
We will have questions after I speak and Chief McDonald speaks. At this point, I invite Chief McDonald to speak.
Thank you very much. Good morning, and thank you all for being here. I want to begin by expressing my deepest condolences to the parents of Celeste Rivas. No parent or any human being should have to endure what you've gone through. Today, alongside DA Hockman and our partners at the LA County District Attorney's Office, and thanks to the tireless and hard work of our investigators at the LAPD, we're announcing the arrest and prosecution of David Burke for the murder of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. Throughout the 7-month investigation, this department has faced criticism for how we handled the case and for our decision not to provide details. I want to be clear about something. My duty is not to fuel speculation, it's to deliver justice.
True.
And that requires patience and discipline on everybody's part. This investigation was driven by a single purpose: to secure justice for Celeste Rivas and for those who loved her. We had to be certain that nothing we did or said would ever jeopardize this case.
True.
Ms. Rivas was a reported runaway from Riverside County. During the course of our investigation, detectives learned that she had been involved in a sexual relationship with Mr. Burke when she was a minor and he was an adult. On April 23rd, 2025, Ms. Rivas arrived
Okay,
at
we're
Mr.
finally talking about it. Holy shit.
as an adult. On April 23rd, 2025, Ms. Rivas arrived at Mr. Burke's home in the Hollywood Hills. That's the last time she was known to be alive. On September 8th, 2025, Ms. Rivas's dismembered and badly decomposed body was discovered in the front trunk of Mr. Burke's impounded Tesla. From that moment forward, our investigators faced an extraordinary, difficult, and complex case. The condition of her remains delayed the medical examiner's ability to be able to determine cause of death. The substantial amount of time that passed between her death and the discovery meant that crucial evidence had degraded or disappeared.
Yeah.
And as detectives worked to uncover the truth, they also had to sift through and debunk a great deal of false information circulating publicly. These challenges were real, and they required patience, precision, and an unwavering commitment to the facts. Despite these obstacles, and despite intense public pressure, our Robbery Homicide Division detectives remained steadfast in their duties. They recovered and analyzed a substantial amount of digital and forensic evidence. They stayed focused, disciplined, and committed to uncovering the truth. Their work, in close collaboration with the District Attorney's Office, has brought us to this moment today. I want to thank the District Attorney and his team, as always, for their partnership. This case demanded coordination, persistence, and a shared commitment to justice. Also, thank you to our media partners for showing up today and for
We'll take questions.
All right, chat. I'm going to make another video about this, most likely. The more information we get, the more I'm gonna keep covering it. But yeah, I don't know. I think they did a good job with what they were meant to be doing. I just think it took too long, and I understand why it took so long, because they needed to make their shit ironclad. Otherwise, the snake is gonna be able to slither through the grass. Basically, he's gonna be able to get out of it if they don't have the most solid case ever. Basically, we've seen it with Diddy. We've seen this shit take too long, that Epstein was able to get out of it the coward's way out. Yeah, I think they took too long, and like I said, I understand why. I think them not explaining anything to us was bad, but again, I understand why, because if they started making accusations, that gets weird legally and all that bullshit. But overall, I think, I mean, they got us to where we are now, so I can't really blame them too much. Alright, I'm gonna head out. I'll see y'all later. Subscribe.
In the back of my mind. You listen to that song in this house. What? Why? It's a great song. No. You don't listen to it no more. What? Why? Tell me why, Dad. Please tell me why. You bet that up. Just wait till the beat drops. I'm gonna say it. I said David is a... Oh. No, that's not the beat drop. Okay, here we go. David is a pedophile. David is a pedo. David is the type of dude that would wear a Speedo. Messing with some, let's get him a lesson for his Cheetos. Shooting to the top, I'm not talking about torpedo. David is a pedophile. When he goes to jail, trust is gonna be a long while. Throw him in the cell, don't even give him a trial. Laces M&M's to set him away for like a good 8 miles. David likes little kids. David, why would you do this? David. Shots fired, they hit him in the chest. Shots fired, man, this one for Celeste. Shots fired, he look worse, not the vessel. When I catch him laughing, we gon' put a hole in his vest. Mama screaming.